Guess who gals? Guess who cut her finger slicing onions? It's something about me and a knife. We do not work. How are we doing, family? I actually sliced onions because I was doing my Thanksgiving prep. You guys all know a week before Thanksgiving, I buy stuff that I can at least freeze or that does not need refrigeration. So I cut up all my onions. I'm going out today and getting some peppers, cutting them up, freezing them. I got my pie crust, my biscuits, my baking powder, my baking soda, my coconut cream, my butters, my Kerrygold butter. I got a bit of my cheeses that I'm going to use. I got this truffle Gouda cheese that I'm gonna put in my roux for my macaroni and cheese. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm making all this food and I'm not going to be able to eat any of it because, as you know, when I cook, I can't eat for some reason. So I like, to be quite honest with you, I never eat on Thanksgiving. I always eat the day before. It's something about cooking all of that food all day. I'm sorry, not Thanksgiving, Native American Appreciation Day, but it's something about cooking and prepping that food for so long that when I finally get a chance to eat it, I just don't have an appetite. Anyway, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Aside from me taking the skin off of my finger, like I work at a damn deli, how are you guys? So sorry about yesterday. I know we had a lot of lives to do yesterday. If you have been watching my latest lives, you know that there's been a lot going on construction-wise at my apartment complex where I currently live. Keep me in your prayers. The owners or whatever sold the building to new owners, and since that sale has like finalized, they've been doing something here every day. So yesterday was fire alarm day again, and we just never knew when it would go off. And like every time I would start something, something would happen. So I was just like, I'll just let them have this day, and I'll prep for Thanksgiving. Get work that I can do that doesn't need where I don't need to be able to hear or be attentive, which is probably why I cut my finger. Oh gosh. ATL, free me, free me. How are y'all? I've rambled on long enough. How are you guys doing? Hey, Yolande. Hey, Peyton. How we doing, Peyton? How are we doing? I gotta drink more water. My skin, it's something about LA winter. Whoo, you talk about dry, girl. My skin has been going through it no matter how much water I drink. But yesterday, they were working on the water in my apartment. So at a certain time, my family and I stopped drinking because we didn't want to have to use the restroom. I'm telling you. Why are they doing all of this like right before the holidays? Like, why are you making all of these structural fixes right before the holidays? I don't get it. Oh, are they trying to raise the rent? Thank God I'm getting out of here. Anyway, hey, J.A., how are you doing? Bam, there we go. There we go. Oh, you know the vibes. Winter candy apple. Oh, winter candy apple. Oh, I am really. Oh, I didn't eat, so my face ain't oily. I need some oils. We need some royal oils over here. What's up, Christina? Christina said Thanksgiving at Nikki's, everyone. Oh, I would really love to do that. What are we drinking today, guys? You know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking at y'all know that green drink that I get from Costco because I was just there. Cucumbers, celery, apple juice, kale, garlic, some other green stuff. It's delicious. I love it. I love it. What's up, Shawanda? Shawanda says, "Sis, your hair looks good." Oh, thank you. It needs to be washed. That, like, whenever you guys are shouting out my hair, just know it's wash day. It's wash day. I finally got my aloe vera. So that's happening. But I cut my finger. So maybe my sister will do my hair for me. We'll see. You know how people act when you need them to do your hair, so I don't know. What's up, Melissa? Melissa said Michelle's laugh when Martin said that men don't expect being taken care of was everything, because she knew exactly who he was in that moment. Didn't she? Hold on a second. I am. What? Are you done building? Yeah, but I was doing this before you got on. But you know I had a lie. No, I didn't. But God bless you. God bless you too. Why are you building a bookcase in the middle of the day? Oh my God. Where is my husband? Where is my husband? Free me from this. I'm sorry. I'm like, I hear this banging and I'm like, I know they're not working on something in this apartment. I go outside, my mom is building a bookcase. What? My life is a sitcom. Why are you building a bucket? For what? My life is a sitcom. My life is a sitcom. Oh, anyway, Michelle knew exactly who he was in that moment, so that's why she laughed. That is why she left. Oh, I have not eaten yet, so this is why my skin, I need my oil. Or my Pat McGrath highlighter. That's what it is. I was like, I'm not shiny. Something is missing here. What is missing? OMG, shout out to the new people. I apologize. I know you're probably watching this like, this woman is manic. How does she have so many subscribers? I'm blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly, that's what it is. I'm listen, sometimes I ask, but you don't question God's blessing. That was too much. That was too much. Y'all about to see me make some mistakes on camera. You know what? I don't know what's going on today. All my black LA girlfriends have been asking me about like hair stuff. And I'm like, what makes you think that I know where a hair store is? Or like I got good hair supply stuff. What makes y'all think that? I'm struggling too. I had to become my own damn stylist because LA, they don't do Negro hair. Let me stop saying Negro for one of my non-black subscribers. Be saying Negro and y'all get beat up and be like, NikkiStar says Negro. Let me stop. Africanus Americanus. Africanus Americanus hair. That's something. Yes. It's giving share. Oh, Shawn doesn't Camila Cahallo. They done broke up. But yeah, something. I needed some kind of shine. Maybe it's too much. I'm lying. You could never glitter too much. You could never glitter too much. Or I got a super chat. Let me get into this super chat and then into this review. I feel like I'm talking to you guys a lot because I've missed you. Anyway, hey, Marlene said, hi, Nikki. Just came in to give you some money. Thank you. My son isn't feeling very well, but I will, of course, be a part of the replay gang. Thank you so much. Give my nephew a kiss and a hug from me, and we are sending him goodwill vibes, because that's what the young people do. Vibes. They don't do prayer or love. Vibes. We're sending him some good vibes. Thank you so much, Marlene. Thank you, my love. That was the day before. The day before. Thank God it happened after all of my lives on Monday. But my God, today. Total power out, washing clothes mid halfway through, and then they turn it back on because they're working on some electrical stuff. Why are y'all doing this right before the holidays? Y'all can't wait till January 3rd? Like, what's the difference? What is the difference? If somebody gonna move here, they're gonna move here. They're not gonna automatically just move here because you just put in a different flooring. It's too much happening right now. Hey, J.A. J.A. said that laugh told me Michelle knows Martin ain't it, but she already had her roses picked. Oh, for that ceremony. Martin's gone next week. I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it. Oh, we might have to do that. I like it. I like it. I like it. What's up, Brenda? Brenda said Nate's facial expression with Chris arrive has to be a meme. I'm telling you, Chris and the harassing of Nate. I think the thing about it is Nate is like shocked that this little man is coming after him, right? Like he can't, but like Nate cannot believe it. And he knows that he can't react in a way that would make sense because he's like 9 feet tall. So it will never look right for Nate. So he's just like, every time Chris comes for him, Nate is like, what are you doing? Oh, that's why I feel like Chris is such a good villain because he's like delusional. Like, this is who you're coming after? Hey, Britannia said, I don't touch. Oh, no, I don't trust Nate and Joe. Michelle is more into both of them than they are into her. I agree with you there. Both give bare minimum. Her combos with Nate are surface level, in my opinion, on his part at least. Looks like Chris Brown. Get the hell out of here. I will say this, and I've said this every time, and because I won't say a lot of you, because some of you latch on to these couples being like relationship goals for you, you cannot see with the Bachelorette that the Bachelorette pursues the men. Since I've been watching this show, except for Trista, I don't know about any other outside of Trista and Rachel, that gap, I don't know. Maybe it was different, but I'm telling you, every Bachelorette that I have watched and can recall, except for Trista, these women have chased the men. Every season, they're just like, I want them to come to me, but they won't. So let me go. Let me chase the men. Like the men don't chase the women, just like on Paradise. The men do not go after the women. I don't know if it's the Bachelor in Paradise pool. I don't know if it's just millennial and Gen Z men in general that something is broken with them. But the hunt, they don't do that no more. They want you to hunt. Like these men are different. They want you to go out and hunt for them. They want you to take care of them. These men want to be stay-at-home husbands. We need to have that conversation. A lot of them are looking for that, but they still want you to be submissive. They don't want to pay for nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to pay for nothing. They don't want to take care of nothing. They don't want to protect you. But at the end of the day, when you come home to the house you pay that your name is on because his credit can't get y'all nothing, he still wants you to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen making a meal for him and calling him daddy. Straight women are living where? You got it. Hell. Hell. Busola, what's up, my love? Thank you for the super sticker. Ew. I'm kind of exhausted, but I'm actually getting excited. I'm actually starting to get excited. Happy holidays. Hey, really caught now. Thank you for the super chat. Said, hey, Nikki, so if Martin thinks he's a catch, the bar is in hell for women in Miami. Those poor women in Miami. Those poor women in Miami. My God, today, he can't be the cream of the crop. Chat, Florida. Damn. Thank you, really caught now, for the super chat. Hey, Elise. Elise said, hey, Nikki, can we talk about Messier Peter before the review? I actually would just touch on it a bit because more stuff is coming. It's because Hannah's promoting her book. So more stuff is coming out about that. So I just wanted to do a batch chat on that alone. But I'll talk about it briefly. Thank you so much, Elise. Thank you so much for the super chat. All I will say is, Hannah, I thought you were like lying when you said that you slept with Pilot Peter in the windmill. Right? Remember that windmill thing? She said we did it 4 times. Remember that? I thought she was lying, right? You know what I mean? Like I thought that, let's be real, this is America. You can't say that you didn't have sex with a guy on like one of these shows because guys were like, oh my God, what's wrong with his penis? She don't like it. It just emasculates him. It is what it is. Toxic masculinity, right? So I thought she was lying. You willingly had sex with him, and then willingly had sex with him outside of the show. What? You know who I would have been willingly banging after the show? Tyler. What? Was he not available? When she said that, I saw that on Bachelor Nation Scoop. I wrote in the comments, oh, I would have taken that to the grave. Baby, that would have been one of them experiences that nobody but me and the Lord know about. Baby, I would have taken that to the grave. Because not only did you say that you had sex with Pilot Peter, it wasn't even good. I would never have told anybody that. Y'all don't have to. Let's talk. We got to talk. Because I feel like it's millennials and Gen Z. I don't think that Gen X or boomers are doing this. But let me talk to y'all, especially y'all who go on these reality TV shows. Y'all tell far too much of your business. What happened to lying? What happened to lying? Y'all lie about everything else, but then when it comes to the mess in your life, your secrets, stuff that you should be taking to the grave, you were telling everybody and their mama and their dead cousins. Like, why would you do that? Listen, I would sell the book another way. There has to be more interesting things that you, or like stuff that you think will stick. You know what? You're young. Was the editor telling you, oh, we need more juice. We need more tea, girlfriend. They're not gonna want to buy it if we don't get any more tea. Something salacious, something to sell the books. Girl, you're the Bachelorette. They would have bought that anyway. They would have bought it anyway. You could have been talking about shucking corn in the cornfields of Alabama, Mississippi, Alabama, Chattanooga. Where the hell is Alabama? Or is Alabama the state? I went to performing arts high school. Anyway, in college. Ciao. Anyway, I just did not feel like she needed to tell that. Why? What was the reason? Because you have told this, right? You taking L's all day. L's all day. People are like, oh my God, I thought you had more respect for your coochie. Like, girl, I would have never known. I would have never told nobody that. But I would have been like, oh, Tyler, baby, he had me all over that apartment. I would have told that whole tea. I would have told that whole tea. I couldn't walk for months. Like, girl, I would have told all of that. Were you not, okay, did Tyler reject you? Because I just don't understand how was Tyler, if he was an option, why was Peter? Women are down horrendous. This is really, really sad. We are in bad shape. We're in bad shape. What are we going to do? Yes. I feel like it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough. If I don't look like a full drag Christmas tree, I don't feel well. It's not enough. It's not enough. We'll make it enough. We'll make it enough. I hope that answered a bit, at least. We're going to dive more into that in the batch chat, because what I'm doing now is just doing our lives for the regular shows. But because Thanksgiving is going to be like a week when everybody is off, we'll be doing more fun content that week. And I have more stuff that I'm posting for you guys that I was unfortunately able to get to plan-wise, not film, because it would have sounded like I was filming in a crime scene. It's not even fire season. It's not even California fire season. So why are we testing? Anyway, you know what? People will be cooking. You know what? Okay, I'll give them that. People are going to be doing a lot of cooking for the next two. Okay, I will give them that and that only. That's why they had to harass us with them fire alarms. But that's the only thing I'm giving them, demons. Ashley said, wouldn't Hannah be messy too, since she knew he was possibly engaged with another woman at the time? She would absolutely be messy, right? But this didn't bother me. Here's why. I told you, I don't believe these relationships. I'm telling you, I do not believe none of these relationships on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or Bachelor in Paradise. These people are coming onto this show for greater career opportunities. Like the Bachelor Nation, Bachelor Paradise, and all that stuff, they are plucking these people out of their, cart remover jobs at Aldi, right? Like they don't have great careers before coming into the show, except for that doctor that we no longer like, right? But that, like, what are they doing, right? That you were what, a security guard at Marshalls? Does Marshalls have security? No, Ross. Why the hell does Ross have security and not Marshalls or TJ Maxx? Anyway, Ross, girl, think too highly of yourself. Oh, but I love your home section. You have a cute home section. Anyway, I just thought about that. But it's like this was their jobs, right? They were nannies, right? To, wealthy kids that probably mentally abuse them. So what do you really think they want to go back to those jobs? No. So they're going to come on these shows, sell a story to you. You're going to eat it up, have them on People magazine, have them on Teen magazine talking about losing love on reality TV. Next thing you know, she's selling you bedazzled cowboy boots and teeth whitener. This is the end game, playing you to support them financially. So it doesn't seem messy to me. That's like when everybody was talking about, what is her name? The one that I wanted to be the Bachelorette, and she turned out to be a disaster on Paradise. Is her name Rachel? Rachel and Noah? Abigail. Noah and Abigail, right? That's why when you guys were sending me, oh, Abigail is cheating with, oh God, who is the guy? He's light skinned. He looked like Terrence Howard. If, he was saying, what? Dale. When y'all was saying that she had sex with him in Brooklyn, I was like, are y'all serious? But Abigail ain't say nothing. Noah played right into that, like, oh, what? Is she cheating? Oh my God. They played all that up, right? Because while that whole thing is going, while y'all putting out them rumors, maybe her team put out the rumor that she's a homewrecker, followers is going up. And what does that mean? More money in brand deals. I love that you all watch these shows and enjoy it and have a good time. What I would want, right, for you guys to look at it as entertainment. I don't want you to get so emotionally invested that you are, believing that these people are in love. Like, come on, y'all. No. A lot of the people who end up being really good matches been knew each other, been flirting, been dating. They come on these shows and they act like, oh my God, like we flirted a bit through text. Y'all live together. But y'all don't know that. So it's like, it's fun. It's great. We're all fans. We have a good time. At the end of the day, this is TV and you need to see TV for what it is. It's entertainment. So does it come off messy? Yeah, if you actually believed the relationships that were happening. Pilot Peter was banging them girls, period. He ain't never had that much tail in his life, but here he is being the bachelor. All these girls want to throw it to him raw. He gonna take it. He gonna take these opportunities. He's gonna take whatever comes his way, whether it be money, brand deals, or coochie. Because who was throwing it back at him? Besides the flight attendants at Spirit. He's getting all these girls he never got before. He's in the limelight. People are talking about him. He's starting to feel himself. That's what happens. Bachelor Nation, if we're going to talk about it, Bachelor Nation is considered a cast, one big orgy. Everybody being passed around. And that's why Blake had to put himself into therapy. Blake with the hammer had to put himself through therapy because everybody was acting like he a hoe. And he was like, excuse me, we do a whole group love thing here. We all have been banging everybody. We've all shared genitalia. Why are y'all putting me out there? Like, I'm not the only one. This is what we do. That's what they do. They have fun. They have sex. They go to these music festivals, have country music orgies. They live their best lives. And then they, when their followers are going down, when their brand deal money is getting a little low, they, write something on their Instagram or something. Missing him. You ain't thought about that demon in years. But your followers is going down. You hungry. So what you gonna do? Throw something out there for the fans. Oh my God. Did you hear? Christy said that she missed Connor. Know the scam and enjoy the scam, but don't let the scam play you. Don't do better. Do better. Anyway, we got a super chat from who? Oh, did we got a couple? Hey, Irene. Thank you so much. Let me get that. I talked about him far too long. I talked about the situation far longer than I wanted to. Anyway, Irene, thank you so much for the super chat. Irene said, the men are boring. Looks go a long way. Irene, I've never heard you talk like this. Thank you for the super chat. Let me get one more. Hello, my love, NTR. NTR said, these church hugs, the men give Michelle is very telling. Yeah, they are not into her. Hopefully the successful ball player of her dreams is watching her look great on screen. Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, guys, we know that people come on this. You think Brandon is looking for a wife? The only person I believe that's looking for a wife is Rodney. Everybody else, come on, y'all. Thank you so much for the super chat, NTR. Thank you. Yes, guys, please come in the room with your lights. Come on in the room. Whoa, whoa, come on in the room. Hey, Ashley. She has a power tool out now. Please, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and share so I can get my own damn studio. I'm going through a lot here. Going through a lot. Why does she have a power tool? My mom's never worked with power tools. What? She probably got a damn jackhammer. Hold on. Do you have a power tool? Oh, that's not me. I don't have a power tool. Just sit down. Sit down and watch the game. Why are you doing this right now? Oh my gosh. Moms, just sit down, please. I will help you when I'm done the live. It's a whole workshop going on in my living room. What is going on? What is wrong? Something is happening this week. Something is Mercury in micro braids again? Something is going on. Guys, I guarantee you she was not doing this. Like early in the day, she was eating grapes. Ooh. It's a shop class in my living room. Welcome to my life. Ashley said, so she literally picked all her top 3 at some point, and if Luke P wasn't weird, she would have tried with him. Desperate. You know what? I will say this. The way they build Hannah as this, like, cookie cutter Christian girl who's looking for a man that God has for me. You're doing a lot of premarital sex. It's a lot of premarital sex going on. And I like how we pick and choose from the Bible what we want to oppress people with, but we don't want those same things to apply to us. I was like, girl, this is, first of all, that book from the excerpts that I've seen, it's like, Hannah Brown Hotels. That's what you should have called it. Why didn't you just do that? Instead of all that, my life as a bachelorette, you should have just said the Hannah Brown Hotels. Oh my God, I just got something for you. It should have been the Hannah Brown or Hannah's Hotels, right? And then all of your like book discussions and like book tours should have been in a hotel. Hotels, the hotels in a hotel. Let me pat my own damn self on the back. That was good. I just put it together. That was really good. That's what it should have been. Because if you're gonna go spicy, go all the way spicy. Why are you telling us all of this? Why are you telling us all of this? And I can't believe that Christian nut job was still in the running. What's up, Irene? Irene said, oh, I got this one. I got the super chat from Irene. Let me get one more. I think I got two. Did I get two more super chats? Let me get those super chats and then let me get out of here. Not get out of here, but get into the review. Miss Luckett Stars, hey sis, said, hey Star family, normally a replay gang cousin, but I'm gonna watch a little bit while eating my leftover jambalaya. I'm so jealous. Nikki, you gotta visit us in NOLA. Get your taste buds ready. Who that? Hashtag who that? Oh, I can't wait. My family and I have already, like, as soon as we, get on, as soon as we move to the South, that is our first trip. Trust and believe. Thank you, my Luckett stars. My Luckett stars. Hey, Tracy. Tracy said, Star family, what's going on today? Ooh, Tracy cussing y'all out. 180 in the room and 58 likes. Also, Nikki, don't come for Mama Star. She can use her Bob the Builder skills. Why now? Why not just ask for help? Like, what are you doing? Why? Why was this bookcase the task for the day? Anyway. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tracy. Get them likes up. Tracy's gonna come for you. Tracy's gonna come for you. Christina, can you send that to me? I don't even know what that is. Katie and her 12 days of exes during batch chat. Oh, send that to me, please, because I have no idea what that is. Is she talking about that on a podcast? I will say, I've listened to Katie on a couple podcasts. Oh, mama, you are a cursor. Like you, a cusser, not a cursor, a cusser. You like the cuss. You like it was like, and listen, I'm not coming at anybody who cusses. I'm a totally different person on the 405. Let me get into some LA traffic. Baby, I turned into a good fella, okay? So I'm not coming at her about that. I will say every other word was the F-bomb, and I was like, oof, hold on. What? Can you just say the sentence without the F word? Like, come on, wait a minute. Women don't talk like this to each other unless we're a mob wife. Like, come on. She is a cusser. I couldn't take the podcast. I felt like a church mother listening to that podcast. I was like, oof, 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 blood of Jesus. It was too much for me. Oh, we're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with this.
Per year.
Genshaw. Anyway, David, I don't know how to block them numbers. I don't know. Apple can do everything else. Why can we not block these spam calls? Y'all do everything else but what we asked you to do. Melissa said, I think Brandon and Rodney are a good match. Joe will probably eliminate. There is crazy chemistry with Nate, but I don't think they will make it. Yeah, I don't think they will either. Caitlin said Becca unfollowed Kate when Katie assigned Thomas. I knew you were trouble. What the hell is happening? What are y'all talking about? I don't know what is going on. MC said, I didn't watch Katie's season. What did Thomas do that she disliked him so much? I don't like Katie, so I can't side with her, but men are men, so I can't. You know what? Somebody send me what's going on. I'll definitely talk about it in the batch chat. Let me know. I'm confused. Melissa said, I was thinking those contestants need therapy after the show. I think it does things to them. Either it does things to them or they are hired on the show because they have things going on. Right? Like, let's be real. Unwell, it's good for reality TV. Unwell. It seems like from what I'm getting in these comments that Katie is unraveling. Oh, yes, ain't she trying to do something to stay relevant? To that, I say, give her a break. Here is why. Who else was he getting before this show? Who else was throwing it back to Paula Peter before this show? Banging him on that I'm gonna just say it because he don't give me king size mattress, right? So banging him on that full mattress in his mama's house, like, come on. Because when I said it, I was like, Nikki, that's not nice. But I don't feel like he has a king size bed. I feel like he got like a junior, a junior or a full, mattress in that like race car bed frame. Who was banging him before? What kind of woman was banging him before he got the bachelor position? Get out of here. We know. We know. Spirit flight attendants and Philadelphia TSA heifers. That's the only thing he was getting. But this is what I want to say, and then I'll get into the review. If Katie is unraveling, I would just say give her a break until this season is over. Could you imagine watching this season after just coming off of your season? I would have some feelings as well, because Katie's season, what in the Dollar Tree was that? What in the Dollar Tree was that? The way they got Michelle looking, I'm like, oh my God, can they just, not dress her like she's going to the Met Gala? Like, oh my God. Every time I see her, I'm like, oh my God, she looks stunning. So great. They did a great job with her makeup, her hair, this location. Everything is amazing. Oh my gosh, those shoes. Oh, Jimmy Choo. Wow. Katie was wearing Buster Brown shoes. Buster Brown shoes every episode. Them big, clunky Buster Brown shoes with Burlington Coat Factory bodysuits. I would be unraveling too. We're not going to play this game. I would be unraveling as well. Like, get a girl a break. Get a girl a break. Let's see how she acts after this season is over. I would be unraveling as well. They had her in soccer mom realness. Soccer mom realness. She's not even in her mid-30s. That poor woman in them big boots. I would feel some sort of way as well, because why in the hell was every garment she wore straight out of Fashion Bug? They resurrected that store for her season. I would feel some sort of way. I would. Did we ever leave that plantation that they had? Where was she stationed? That Motel 6, that Best Western? They never even went anywhere. Blame it on COVID. We're still in the damn pandemic, so what's the excuse? I would unravel as well. Give her a break. Give her a break. She is going through. Is it confirmed that she chose those Fashion Bug outfits? If so, girl, yikes. Yikes. Rachel A said, Nikki, my neighbors got to hate me right now because I'm being Bob the Builder while listening to this live, but these paintings got to be put up. Listen, the middle of the day is when you should do these projects, not during my live. What's going on? And especially using tools that you don't use. So I'm doing this. I'm halfway concerned that my mom might lose her hand. Like, what's going on? Only my life. Only my life. MC, thank you. MC said, sent you a summary from a Reddit comment. What Katie is doing via Instagram. I was also confused, but that comment cleaned it up. Gotcha. I will check it out and I will add that to the batch chat. NTR also said, do you remember the first lady of a small Midwest church outfit, a floral dress and a mini sweater? What in the name of the 1990s? Yes. Amazing. This is the best from what I have watched. The best any Bachelorette has ever looked. They did the damn thing with her. Last comment, and then we'll get into the review. Miss Brown Sugar said, y'all crazy. Peter ain't even my type, but best believe he was busting down women at hotel airports nationwide. Decent looking, employed, guaranteed to be gone the next day. A perfect one-nighter. Is Hannah Brown, is that you? Let me stop. Hannah. Girl, you done told us all your business now. Don't try to clean it up. The Bachelorette. Let's get into it. Shout out to the new people. Joe, gets the first one. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Yikes. I rested my phone on my cut. My because I got my little thing. I rested that on my wound. My onion wound. So Joe gets the first one-on-one date in Minnesota. Minnesota. Oh yeah, Minneapolis. Let me tell you something. Who named Minneapolis, Minnesota? Who named that? Why was that the name? And obviously, whoever gave that place that name is not somebody that stutters. Do you know what goes through my mind when I have to say Minneapolis, Minnesota? My brain shambles. Shambles. Because, like I said, I inherited my father's stutter and his sarcasm. So it's like so difficult to even like try to get that name out of your mouth. Why? I think it's too many ends. It's too much mini or something or ta something, but it's just far too much going on in that name. Shout out to the Minneapolis, Minnesota subscriber. Anyway, a stutterer's nightmare. Anyway, he gets the first one-on-one date in their hometown. Who's shocked? The men, like, y'all cannot be this dumb. But they are. The men, she's like, well, so we're gonna have my first one-on-one date. And the men are like, who is it gonna be? Who else did y'all think it was gonna be? Like, come on. Y'all really thought that the first one-on-one date in Minnesota, Minneapolis. Minneapolis is the city. Oh God. I was so good in geography in the 3rd grade. I was so Minneapolis. Minneapolis. A major city. Ha! I knew it. Whoo, child. Once you leave, you forget it all. But anyway, for the men to even think that like somebody else outside of Joe was getting the first one-on-one date in Minneapolis. In both of their hometowns. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Because when she called Joe wasn't shocked. The men were like, how do we let them lead us? How do we let them lead us? So anyway, Joe and Michelle go on their one-on-one date. I don't care. Throw your tomatoes if you must. I love them. I love that couple. I want them to win. I think that their future. Oh God, now she's praying for somebody. I'm telling you, y'all don't know the chaos that's going on in my living room right now. I don't think they're going to find their happy ending together on this show. So much for my happy ending. Wow. Sorry. The iconic Avril Lavigne. I just had to sing that part. It's right there. I don't think they're going to find their happy ending on this show. I think they'll find their happy ending in Minneapolis, Minnesota, right? I think, they might run into each other at Home Goods or Whole Foods or something, and the spark might happen again. I think outside of the show, after all the fan fodder has died down, I actually believe that these two will work. They won't find it on the show. They'll find it outside of the glitz and glamour manipulation for entertainment. That's what I think, because I'm telling you, there's something there. The something that I think, though, and this is what concerns me, Joe, it could be that you are just a real chill dude, but it seems like you're not that into Michelle. And that's bothersome for me because she's into you. Oh, Michelle is really into you. I don't think she's cutting him. I think Joe is cutting himself. From what I've seen of the trailers, I think something happens and he has to leave. And I think anybody who would come after that would not be able to be successful in a relationship with Michelle because he wasn't her first choice, right? That's what it's giving. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I just one don't feel like he's as into her as she is to him. He could just be a real chill dude. And I also feel like that when he self eliminates, whoever's going to get her after is not going to get all of Michelle because all of Michelle is with Joe. Because even on their date, their love and basketball date, she was just like, if I went to high school with Joe, like he would definitely be my high school crush. Girl, he's your adult crush, okay? He's your now crush. Even today, when you probably somebody else is single, like I feel like that's the, I think that's the dude that she's always wanted. And I just don't know if she's the woman that he's always wanted. But I gotta be honest, I like their date. I love the fact that Joe opened up to her. And this is why. I always talk about how I feel like there's like a trauma clause on this show where if you get a one-on-one date, you have to vomit up your trauma. I didn't get that from this date. See, this is the thing with Joe and Michelle's date. It just seemed really real. It seemed really real. It seemed really natural. It seems like something you would see or experience outside of this show. She was not asking him what's your most traumatic thing? Like, what has happened to you that has broken you down so much we got to get it on camera? They were just talking, and that came up, and we had a real great conversation about men in depression. And it didn't feel it didn't feel like manipulative at all. It just felt like he was expressing something to somebody that he really cared about, and he was talking to her about how he was changed after he had a career-ending injury. And because his whole life was ball, you know what I mean? Like ball was life. Like he was, Mr. Ball America or whatever of Minneapolis. Everybody just knew he was going to the NBA. And when that didn't happen, he felt like a failure. And then he's just like, what am I going to do? I put all of my life into playing ball. And here I am now. I can't do that anymore. What am I going to do? He felt worthless. He felt depressed. He was, even having suicidal thoughts, felt like ending everything. And again, that was a lot of trauma, lot to express, but it felt real. It really, really felt real listening to that and witnessing that even Michelle, her interaction with him, for some reason, with this couple, they make sense. They make sense. It's giving NBA basketball player, basketball wife. It's giving Robin and Juan without the trauma. Like, you know what I mean? Like that high school couple, she's basketball here, he's a basketball guy, and they meet, they fell in love with sports, they fall in love with each other. I can see it, like the good parts of being a basketball. I just can see it with them. I like Joe even more after this episode. I like him for her. I need him to give her a bit more for me to feel secure. For me, not for Michelle, for me. I gotta feel secure about this relationship. I like them together. I love their date. I love the conversation that they had about, I love the fact that Joe opened up. I love how she supported him. I love how they look together. They're a hot couple. I want them to work. I want them to work. I like Joe. I will say this, Michelle. I gotta call out your BS, right? Because at the end of this date, she was just like, I do believe that my feelings for Joe have grown tremendously after this date. Oh, baby. They were tremendous from the moment you recognized him. From the moment you recognized that was the dudes whose DMs you hopped and you was like, this is him. Didn't I DM you? Girl, the feelings were already there. Who you playing with? The feelings were already there. The feelings were already there. They have just grown tremendously from the tremendous feelings you already had, and that concerns me because I don't think he's even at your tremendous. I'm I'm concerned. Let's get into this group date. How Michelle did not bust out laughing when the men were doing that Viking call. This is the reason why it was absolutely hilarious to me, because the men were serious. The Viking war call, Michelle, Clayton, yo. Clayton, what Oscar were you trying to win? Clayton was really into it. Like, he came out, he did his war cry, rah, and like didn't drop it. Clayton walked back, rah, and just like stood there. I'm like, oh, you're still in it. He's still Viking. Michelle, I would have been on the floor. I would have been on the floor, especially, I'm so sorry, the token white man. Let's talk about it, because he is the token white man. Can we be real? That is the token white man, because let's tell the truth and shame the devil. A non-biracial does not have a shot at winning Michelle's heart. We got to tell the truth and shame the devil. The white man that looked like John Hamm, him, the really nice Republican, the nice Trump supporter that shocked us all, him, when he was screaming, like when he was doing his war cry and screaming Michelle, I was like, I think he defecated on himself. Like, there's no way he did all that. And, you know, maybe he had an empty stomach, but there's no way he did not defecate on himself. Especially even the way he walked back. I was like, oh, I think something slipped out. Like, he put his whole sweat and veins popping out of his face. He definitely defecated on himself. I don't know why I brought that up. Anyway, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. But listen, real quickly, we'll get into why I think he's a token white guy. Outside of Clayton, who I forget is there, how in the hell did he win the Bachelor position? I keep on forgetting that Clayton is on this show. And you're going to put your whole show on his shoulders. Okay. For the love of God, Bachelor producers, please put down the crack and bleach. Lord knows what's going on in that decision-making office of yours. Why did y'all pick him as the Bachelor? I would have maybe, does he have something in his past? Because the token white guy, I would have taken him as the Bachelor if we wanted to stay white, right? But Clayton, dry boots. So anyway, token white guy, here is why I think he's a token white guy. Michelle is not, Michelle, we got to be honest, sister to sister, a woman of color to Black woman. I don't think you like non-biracial brothers. I gotta be honest. You pipe up. You got a type, and your type is biracial boys and a biracial. He's biracial. He's biracial. She likes biracial men. Specifically, a Black and white dynamic. It is what it is, girl. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Because the only reason why I think you went to Brandon is because he's a biracial boy and a biracial. That's why I think he still has a shot. You like a biracial, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with liking a biracial. I told you, have I ever been attracted to a biracial? Oh, shout out to the new people. I just realized if somebody is tuning in at this point, listen, it's all jokes over here. But I really, oh, yes. Was he biracial? Oh, no, I think he was Italian. He just got dark. Never mind. Anyway, I think she likes biracial men. I really think that is the thing that makes the clam jump, pulsate. A biracial, white and Black dynamic. It's okay. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but I just feel like, John Hamm, I don't think he has a shot. I really, really don't. And I think they're keeping him around because we can't have a full biracial cast. I think they're keeping him and Clayton around because we cannot have a biracial cast. That's what I think is happening here. Because, Michelle, you don't want nothing Caucasian. And you don't want nothing Olamadeo Leroy. You like a biracial boy. He's biracial. That man is crazy. He's a biracial. I think that's what she likes. And that's okay. But I just had to point out, we got a token white man on this show. Clayton is only there because I feel like they cast him to be the bachelor, so they are keeping him around so we can get used to him. But y'all did a terrible job. If I was you and y'all had this footage of how boring your bachelor was, I would have eliminated him night one. And then it just made up some story talking about the casting. Well, we just, him and Michelle didn't have any chemistry. But boy, oh boy, did he light up in casting. And we talked to him and he was such a great guy. We weren't even thinking about him. And then Melissa over here, who was bringing us coffee, was just like, oh my God, have you seen Clayton's YouTube channel? He's a hoot. Something like that. I would have made up some lie about how amazing he is. But the fact that you were keeping this boring lead, no shade, Clayton. Everybody is not made for TV, right? It's all right, bro. No, I'm not hating on you. If the women are interested and if the sister may win, I will watch. But leaving him on this show this long it's a terrible decision. A terrible decision because every time he pops up and I'm like, oh, Clayton is still there. Wow. That's the lead for The Bachelor. I keep on forgetting about him. And then when he's on camera, I'm like, what did you do in that casting office? Did you see, what's his name? Mike Fleiss? Did you see him murder somebody? Something had to happen because I just don't understand this. But if Clayton was not the Bachelor, he would not still be there. But token white guy, I think they would keep him around for, at least cut him right before Fantasy Suites because this would be the first show with no Caucasians. A full biracial cast. The only way a show like that would work if it was in Brazil. I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. I know they were black. I know not only did I not know that there were black people in Brazil, I know they were in my journey until I was damn near grown. I said what I said. Brazil. I said what I said. Anyway, shout out to my Black Brazilians. We love you. We see you. We fight for you. You will be free. But yeah, I think that's the only reason why he's there. Michelle don't want him. Michelle's not attracted to him. And that's why Michelle, you know what? I got to call it out too. Because I remember when Matt James started off his season cussing out black women. Michelle, you were cussing out the whites. Just because I'm with another brown-skinned man does not mean that a white man doesn't have a shot. So I don't want that being spread around here because I'm also attracted to white men as well. No, I am, girl. You like a biracial boy in a biracial wow. He's biracial. That should have been the theme song for this show. Y'all need me, The Bachelor. Y'all need me. Y'all need the way I would have produced this show. My God, today. Flavor of Love, who? Even better. But yeah, John Hamm is there because they need to keep it white. Michelle don't want him. Michelle don't want that white man. Or any white man. It's all right. We all have a type. What is my type? Oh, wealthy. Ha! Wealthy. Ciao. Let's get into Little Hercules, right? Did we talk about Little Hercules? Let's get into Little Hercules. Before we get into Little Hercules, this episode made me like Rodney even more. He's a good guy. Rodney is a really good guy. Rodney is that kind of guy who gets a girl that people are shocked that he got, right? Because y'all thinking, oh my goodness, Rodney, corny Rodney. Rodney, not saying corny. I'm going off of what that corny brother with the blonde hair was trying to say about you. But because he's just like chill, fun, kind of goofy and unassuming, men think that we don't like those kind of guys. And I'm like, I don't know why y'all keep on selling this idea of like this macho bad guy that gets like all the hot chicks. Man, y'all put that in the media because that's what y'all want to be. And y'all want us to be attracted to that. We're only attracted to that kind of stuff when we're ovulating. When we ain't ovulating, we don't feel like all that, okay? We don't feel like all that. Who feels like being with that kind of guy? If you've noticed, we only like to look at them. Who wants to breed with something like that? Get out of here. Anyway, because he's so like fun and he listens and it's a good time watching him, pursue Michelle. I can see her really liking him, not just because he's biracial, but I can see her really liking him. I can see any woman really falling for a guy like Rodney. Not only do you feel safe and secure with him, you feel like he listens to you. You feel like you can bring him around everybody. You don't want to be dating a guy who's just like, I'll bring him around, but let's not talk politics around him. He gets crazy. Who wants to give, all of these warnings before you meet their man? You want somebody that, if you bring him around, even your tough family, he's going to kill. Everybody's going to fall in love with him like you did. I like Rodney, and I'm really rooting for him in paradise. I really hope that he is able to have a real love story with whoever he is flirting with on Instagram right now. They're all hopping in each other's DMs. So whoever you're talking to, Rodney, I really hope that when the producers, get the information of who everybody's talking to, that they bring you to paradise and that relationship is actually able to really flourish. I would have liked him better as the Bachelor, because I would have believed that he was really on this journey, not to find a wife, but that he was really looking for, love or a partner. I would believe that. He's a much better candidate for the Bachelor than Clayton. I don't know how he got that job. No shade to you, Clayton. I'm just, like, wouldn't you think this show will give us the best parts of their Bachelor? And I think they are. I think these are your best shots. Yikes. Anyway, little Hercules had me rolling this episode, right? When he was especially when they were on the group date, and every guy didn't want to eat the fish, right? But you want to impress Michelle. And they were not only impressing Michelle, they were letting her know that they see her on a date like this. Like, you're all sweaty, y'all walking around, half of y'all done defecated on yourself with that war cry, y'all eating fish, y'all burping up fish, and y'all want to hug and kiss her? Not smart. They're not smart. But we let them run everything. Who's dumber? Anyway, so when they're eating the fish, the men, of course, they don't like it, right? They're like, ugh. Little Hercules, I can't do it. He's sitting there holding the fish. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, I can't. I can't eat. No, I can't. I can't do it. Then put the fish down and walk away. Why are you? I can't do it. I can't do. Who's forcing you to eat this fish? And then he's like, I can't do it. Am I going to die? I do not think he was acting. I think that was him in a real moment. Like, man, do I really need to eat this for this show? I can't do it. But this is where you lost me, little Hercules. I really liked you as a villain, but this is the thing. You will never be a good villain coming after the Bachelorette. You will never be a good villain coming after the Bachelorette. I loved his, weird moments that he had at the Viking group date. I also love the fact that he just was so comfortable coming after Nate. Because the thing about it is, it's such a terrible matchup, right? And watching Nate's reactions to him when he tries to comfort him, Nate is always like, Nate is always shocked, like, can you believe this guy? That's the thing that always sends me, because little Hercules is serious. Little Hercules is like, I'm coming for you. I'm gunning for you, Nate. I'm going after you. And Nate is like, what are you doing? That's the thing that sends me, because Nate is like, I can't, what is this guy doing? And that's the part that is the most like, that he not even taking this seriously, because the whole episode, he's, talking about how he can't believe that Michelle doesn't want to take him on a one-on-one after he, defended her honor and all this stuff. And he's like slowly starting to focus on Nate. Why the hell aren't you focusing on Joe? But he's just focusing on Nate. Keeps on, every time he's in a confessional, everything is about Nate, right? So then he decides to pop up on Michelle's one-on-one date with Nate when he had an entire cocktail party to speak to her. Not a cocktail party, but the cocktail portion of the group date. All the guys were like, "You gonna talk to her?" "Nah, I'll talk to her later. I have some things I gotta tell her." And the guys are like, "Why don't you go tell her now?" He's like, "Oh, wait." He needed to bother Nate. So he pops up on Michelle and Nate's one-on-one date, and Michelle sees him first. So Michelle is like looking at Nate, and she's like, and then she looks up and she sees little Hercules, and she's like, and Nate turns around and he's like, not even angry. I'm telling you, that's the thing that sends me. He's not even angry. He's just like, really? The balls on little Hercules to go after 6'8" Nate. I love it. It's such a weird matchup, but the fact that little Hercules is dead serious, like dead serious coming after Nate, like when he walks up, first of all, him and Nate are the same height sitting down. Listen. Michelle, I know you climbed that tree, girl. Anyway, so he walks up and he's like, "I need to speak to her for a moment." And Nate, man, what are you doing? He's not angry. He's like embarrassed. Like, what are you doing? All right, go to but little Hercules is serious. "Nate, I need to speak to her." Real stern. You know what I mean? Getting Nate together. And Nate, all right, man. Like, you don't even care. So he pulls Michelle aside. Michelle's like, "I'll go talk to him." He pulls Michelle aside because Nate is just not fazed by little Hercules, but little Hercules he is going after Nate, and Nate is just like a little mosquito, brushing him off. I feel so bad. But the matchup is iconic. It's a hilarious matchup for me. So he sits down with Michelle, and he's just basically like telling her that he's mad that she don't do more for him because of what he's done for her. And, I feel sorry for you because you don't see it. And Michelle listened to him, and she was just like, "Thank you." And in that thank you, I was like, "Oh, buddy, this is not going the way you thought." And she's just like, "I am a grown woman. I can make a decision for myself. You don't have to make a decision for me. And I don't want to be with somebody like that. Can I walk you out? Because I got to get back to my husband." Y'all know I added that in. But little Hercules was shocked. He could not believe it. He could not. I don't know why you were shocked. Are men this delusional? Did you hear the way you talked to her? Like, why were you shocked that she sent you home? Because when he got in the car, I thought he was going to like break down crying. He got in the car. He's like, "Ah!" And I'm like, what's going on? What happened? I think he honestly thought that he was like going to make this statement to her, and she was going to send Nate home and not him. That's why he's an iconic villain. He's so delusional. He's so delusional. I'm telling you, when he told the producers that he wanted to go over there and confront Michelle and Nate on their date, I know the producers were just like, "I'm getting my Emmy." I'm getting my Emmy, because if he thinks, after observing everything that we all have observed, if he thinks that Michelle is sending Nate home after him, we gotta follow this storyline. I know they were in the editing bay like, this dude is delusional. He's crazy. Let's explore it. Let's explore it. So anyway, she ends up sending him home. Then Nate is like, "You all right?" Because he knew. See, Nate, I will say that's the problem. That's maybe the problem that little Hercules had with you, because you just were real secure in yourself. Now, I know Michelle is giving you that to make you feel secure, but you're a charmer. I will give Nate that, because he was able to charm, I was going to say something else, the apples out of Michelle's teacher friend besties. He did really good. He did really good with him. He was really confident, real, comfortable. Maybe he sees more than we see, because it seems like Michelle is invested. Oh, girl, I feel like you're invested in two men who are not invested in you, and I am so worried. So worried. Anyway, after that, we got two men who have the roles, who have roles going into the rose ceremony. That is Joe and that is Nate. The biracial boys are winning. A biracial boy is winning this show at the end. That is Michelle's type. Won't say nothing when the man got a little preference like that. I'm not going to drag Michelle, but I'm like, girl, we got to be honest. We got to be honest, because them biracial boys, they got your heart. They got your heart. She is in love with one biracial boy that looks like Caillou and another biracial boy that looks like Sinbad. It is what it is, but let's tell the truth and shame the devil. She's either going to go Caillou or she's going to go Sinbad. Who knows? I think Caillou was the one. But both of them, even Sinbad, I don't think that y'all not into her like y'all need to be. That's what bothers me. I feel like she's so far with you two, but are you two as far as she is? And that's the problem. Because if the man got to be farther than we are. They got to convince us to come down that far. Michelle, you looking around saying, come on, guys. I'm right here. You should not be doing that. That's the Bachelorette. That is the Bachelorette. Before I get out of here, let's talk about Martin. My description for this episode is just like a casket, a man will let you down every time. Here is why. Y'all remember how hype I was about Martin? That Instagram got me. I will say this though, Martin, and it's no shade to you. Real talk. You're an attractive man, right? Very attractive guy. You don't look like your Instagram. Something's different. Handsome man. Are you yesifying yourself on Instagram because something is different? The eyes are not as bright. I feel like you're eye fishing. You're feature fishing, you're height fishing. The math ain't math. And I gotta be honest, I didn't want to say it because I didn't know how it was going to come off. You know what I mean? But I gotta be honest with y'all. When I saw Martin, I was like, who is that? Not that conquistador on on Instagram. You don't look like your Instagram. Now, I will say, I'm stunning, right? But baby, when I got a nice lash on, a nice lash, a nice lip, a nice contour, yes, if NikkiStar is even hotter. However, I feel like I look like me. I feel like if you see me off of YouTube, you gonna recognize me. Martin. I wouldn't be able to recognize you from that Instagram. You're yesifying yourself. Something is different. I don't know if you're doing something to the eyes. I don't know if you're wearing contacts on Instagram, but something is significantly different. From the eyes to the bone structure to the height. Dare I say the body? Dare I say something is different? Either you are going crazy in Lightroom and Photoshop something, but we talk about the women, but we don't talk about the men contouring themselves down on Instagram because he don't look like how he looked. And the reason why I'm saying that is because on this episode, we found out that he was Basura. I knew something was up because I'm like, how are you besties with the two biggest villains, the only villains in the house? How are you besties with them? Like, how are you besties with them, but you're not like them? The math wasn't mathing and something wasn't adding up, right? So Michelle sits down during the cocktail party with Martin, and he says this, that he likes her because she's not like the women in Miami, because the women in Miami are very high maintenance. And Michelle was leaning, into him. And then he said that, and she was like, what do you mean by that? that the women in Miami are high maintenance. What does that mean to you? And Martin's just like, well, they just want the man to pay for everything. And she's like, okay. So is that how you define high maintenance? And he's like, what? No, because women in Miami, listen, I will say this, right? Whenever a man utters high maintenance, I'm gonna be real. I hear broke. Or I hear cheap. Nothing that you want in a man. Nothing that you want in a man. Y'all kills me making these rules and then don't want to abide by them anymore. If you don't want to pay for every damn thing, then let's make the same freaking coin. Let's make the same freaking coin. Give us equal coin, and maybe, I said maybe, we'll pay for a date. But if you're going to make more because you got a little penis, then you're paying for everything. Right? You want me home, barefoot and pregnant, cleaning that home from top to bottom, making you all the delicious dinners that you ever want, and then pushing a human out of my vagina? But you don't want to pay for nothing? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Now, we can talk about how it's unequally yoked, how these things should not be put on men and women. But then if we talk about it, we got to talk about the author of these things. And it's you. You created the whole game. Now you don't want to abide by the game no more. Why? Why you don't want to pay for something now? But you don't want me to have the same rights and monies as you. But you also don't want to pay for everything. I gotta also pay for everything or half. What the hell is? How does this making sense? How is this making sense? A woman wants you to pay for everything. If I'm in a club minding my damn business and you come over and say you want to take me out to eat, I'm thinking you taking me out to eat. I'm not thinking that as soon as the check comes, you say, "Oh, so are we splitting this?" I'm telling you, ladies, if you ever want to date with a man and he says, "Oh, are we going to split this?" Say, "Yes, absolutely." Did they get tell them to just bring the bill? I'll bring out my card. Oh, wait a minute. Before we leave, because I know we're going to get dessert after this, my treat. Let me just go to the restaurant real quick. All right, I'll be back. Walk out of that restaurant and don't turn back. Don't turn back. Or you know what? If he brings it up during the date, excuse yourself, go to the restroom, make a to-go order for you, your bestie, your family, whoever, or just yourself, so you can meal prep throughout the week, right? When that order is ready, tell the guy, I'm going to or you can have a little fake card if you want to do that. But that goes a little too far and they crazy and they kill you and stuff like that. So you don't want to do that. When the bill comes, be like, "Oh, I'll do this and I also pay tip." You know what? Let's also get dessert after my treat. Let me just go to the restroom real quick because I just want to pay this and get out of here. Go to the takeout place, get your stuff, and hop in your Uber and never look back. Never look back. Not only is he paying for you and him to eat, he paying for you, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your roomie, your bestie, or your meal prep throughout the rest of the week. Block him on everything, sis. And only do this if he don't know where you live. Only do this if he cannot find a way to contact you. If you done told this man all your business and you put on all your life on social media, don't listen to me. But if he can never find you again, have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Martin is Basura. Martin is absolutely Basura. You had me with them edited Instagram photos. You got me. You really did get me. Let me tell you something. The reason why we had to sacrifice Casey, and who else went home today? Casey. Who else went home? It was Casey, and Lee. Oh, Leroy. Fine Leroy, who's going to kill in paradise. The only reason why we had to sacrifice Cool Casey and Fine Leroy is because if Martin would have been cut, because there's no way Michelle was keeping him. The producers made that woman keep Michelle. If Martin had been cut, we would have no more villains. He was the last remaining member of the Basora clique, right? So if he would have left, we would have not had any more villains. Martin is now the villain of the show, right? Because Chris is gone and Jamie is gone. Who's left? Martin, the final member of the Basora clique. So you have to keep him because there's no more conflict. There's no more conflict if he's gone. All the guys there are like brothers. You know what I mean? Like they hang out and everybody has a good time. Nobody's going to be fighting each other at the end if there's no conflict there. So they got to keep Martin. Martin will probably stay around for maybe 2 or 3 more episodes. I don't know how close we are to the end, but that is the only reason, in my belief, why he stayed around why he got a rose. Michelle was not going to pick him, especially after that high maintenance comment. And then did you hear him going around talking to the guys, saying how Michelle misinterpreted his words and saying that I need to make sure that what you're telling me is the truth because you're telling the same thing to other men? Who the hell are you? I'm telling you, it is only on The Bachelorette do the contestants treat the lead like that. These men are always getting the Bachelorette together. Always getting the Bachelorette together. Always make her pursue them. Well, if she really wants me, she got to let me know. Who says that? The men on The Bachelorette. Them women don't never say that. Them women are always chasing after that man. Always. And the men ain't never worth it. Ain't never worth it, but they are always chasing after that fool. But on The Bachelorette, they're questioning integrity. They're cussing out. They're self-eliminating. I would never want my daughter to be like you. You only see that on The Bachelorette. The men don't pursue and they do not respect the lead. It never happens. The woman is always crying, oh my goodness, I was not trying to do that to the man. You don't never see that on The Bachelor. But it's The Bachelorette that they do that mess, that they feel comfortable getting the lead together, that they feel comfortable saying, if she wants me, she got to come after me. Do you know, this show's called The Bachelorette. But only on The Bachelorette do the men act like they're all the Bachelor. Only on The Bachelorette. There was one Bachelorette that clocked their tea and got them fools together, and that show tried to paint her as crazy, and that's Claire. That's Claire. Claire said, hold on. Put the cameras down. Let me talk. What's going on? This show is called The Bachelorette. Why the hell am I standing over there and ain't nobody coming over here trying to rub up on me? We got a problem. If you don't want to be here, there's the door. If you want to be here, come and get me. Put the cameras up. Let's go. She was the best. Say whatever you want about my girl, but she let the men know this is my show. My show. If you don't want to be here, you can go. But there ain't no way that I'm going to be chasing you on my show. And that is how it's supposed to be, because the men don't ever have to do that. The men actually say, can I just have a break? The men need a break from being pursued. Not The Bachelorette. There's always the Bachelorette in the corner. Well, nobody said good morning to me. The men said that they were going hiking and I wanted to go, and they said no. So you haven't sitting in the room all day, just, watching TV and drinking Starbucks. Yeah, nobody has knocked on my door. Yeah. Cuss them out. Start cutting dudes. Like, I don't understand. It baffles my mind how this happens every season of The Bachelorette. And the one Bachelorette that called it out, the show tried to paint her as crazy. It is what it is. It is what it is. So Martin, the last remaining member of the Basora clique, is now the lead villain this season. We had to lose Chris S because he got a little too big for his britches. I will say this. I was shocked when Tay Tay and KK walked out. I got to be honest with you. I was like, oh, Oh yeah, we got host. I forgot that this show had hosts. I didn't think about KK or Tay Tay even once. Listen, y'all might be new to this because y'all don't know, y'all don't really know the behind the scenes of show business like that, KK and Tay Tay. Let me tell you something. Don't ever let your job do anything without you on that show. Don't ever let them say, oh, we're going to let so and so host this week. I'm nervous for Wendy Williams. I'm nervous for Wendy Williams because if there's anybody that comes and, hosts that show and does a great job, I'm nervous, sis. But I will say this, I don't know if this show is trying to figure out how to move on without them because they gave us a whole episode without KK and Tay Tay for a reason. Everything is intentional, baby. Everything is intentional. They could say, oh, it was a scheduling conflict. There ain't no scheduling conflicts for this check. Get the hell out of here. You was available. You was available. Don't ever let them film without you. Like, I know that you're a host, so you can't do much, but you can be like, oh, you know what would be great is if I come in, always sell yourself. Always sell yourself. They could sit down and say, well, this episode, we're going to do this, this, and this. And KK and Tay Tay, you can come in the end. You need to be, oh, you know what? I had a really great idea. I was thinking that since we're talking biracial boys, I can bring my biracial girl experience into this and talk about how I was affected by this and help Michelle get through that so we can get to here. And that ties everything in. And then the women of color, the biracial women, the Black women who are watching will be able to, bring themselves into the show as well. And I know that that's something that we here at the Bachelorette wanted to do with the audience because of what has happened in our society for the, last remaining, two or so years. You better sell yourself. They did a whole episode without you too. Not only is your check cut, the audience got to see what the show was like without a host. I'm nervous. When they came in at the end, I was like, first of all, I didn't even know it was them, right? I did not even know it was them. I just heard shoes shuffling. I was like, oh my God, that's the producers running in. Somebody died. You know what I mean? I'm thinking there's a twist at the end. I'm like, oh, that's KK and Tay Tay. Oh. I forgot y'all was there. It's given American Idol. Michelle, you really into Brandon? Are you really into Brandon? It seems like Brandon goes far. I can see myself being married to this most beautiful woman in the world. He is 14 years old. Girl, you can't be attracted to this. You cannot be attracted to this. Anyway, Courtney, thank you so much for the super chat. Courtney said, hey, Nikki. Oh, that was the end. Courtney said, hey, Nikki, happy to catch you live. I'm normally a replay gang. I think Michelle is going to pick Nate, get heartbroken, and go run a bit. I happen to agree with you, Courtney. I happen to agree. Thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Caillou is the one for you, Michelle. Let me go up. I'm going all the way up. Let me get some older comments because StreamYard has heard my complaints. They are now allowing me to scroll all the way to the beginning. The Ranting Shop said, tell me about it. You can't pick and choose when you're a so-called Christian, a whole hypocrite. Did you leave out the W for? Was the W left out, Shade? Child, the Ranting Shop. That's talking about Hannah. Angela said, not Gensha, I love you. I laughed through your whole life. Thank you. You're so welcome. Listen, the last time I did that, somebody was calling. I was like, is this Gensha? And they hung up. That's how you get them. Hey, Mishy said Katie is doing the 12 Days of Exes where she assigns the exes from her season of The Bachelorette to the songs. Oh, on Taylor Swift's re-released album Red. Oh, we're definitely going to talk about that. I'm going to look into it. We're definitely going to talk about that. Oh, Katie, that's big messy. That's big messy. Good for you. Way to stay relevant. That's big messy. Can I just say about that Taylor Swift thing? I spend a lot of time. I'm only on Black Twitter, right? White Twitter, you had me confused. I thought that Jake Gyllenhaal had passed, right? Because first of all, he was trending. You click on the trend, and everybody is just like, uh, his publicist or his family. I know they feel really, really bad right now, and I'm like, oh my God, Jake, what did Jake do? So I'm like searching the hashtag, and nobody is giving like, I'm black, so immediately I got to know cause of death. I don't under it's the African American thing. I'm so sorry. I hate that is like the first thought, but it is just something within my culture. When we hear that somebody died, the first thing we say is how he died. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm like, oh my God, Jake, what happened? It's Jake and them drugs. So I'm thinking that Jake Gyllenhaal passed. I didn't know that he was dating Taylor Swift when she was a child, because 21 is a child. If you are good and grown in your 30s and you're dating somebody 21, what in the R. Kelly is going on? Anyway, so I didn't know. I didn't know that all that was about Taylor Swift or whatever. But y'all gotta be click. Like, I was searching a hashtag for so long before I realized it was about a video. Because then I saw the little girl from Stranger Things. Like, what is going on? Nobody said anything. There was no explanation. No explanation of what was going on. It was just like these cryptic Taylor Swift pages giving these weird messages, and I'm like, is Taylor dead? Like, who is that? I was so confused. Oh my God. Sometimes you just got to assume that nobody knows what's going on and just write it in your tweet. For the love of God. I thought that man was dead for a good 30 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to look into that because that sounds really, really, really messy. Really, really messy. MC said he ghosted her in real life and only came when she was the Bachelorette. So I didn't see a reason to believe it will work out the second round in her real life. MC, here is why I was kind of okay with him ghosting her. And I don't think that it was intentional, because Joe said this. Joe said, we were going through a lot in Minneapolis at that time, and I was not in the space to pursue anyone or to date. He was just like, as a black man in America, I was dealing with a lot at that moment, and I was not in the headspace to pursue anything. So I just did not respond. For me, I got it. Especially, like, I can only imagine what black people in Minneapolis was going through. Me and my family were watching TV every day, just crying, bawling. Could you imagine being at the epicenter of all that? I was shocked that Michelle was trying to go to, like, you trying to go to freaking Ruby Tuesdays and your city is burning. Girl, what? So I can't get mad at Joe about that. He is, Peyton, he is fine. He is fine. And him and Michelle look great together. Great together. Cassandra, he has very, very low energy. Very, very low energy. Shawanda said, can you guys help me understand something? Michelle did not appreciate Chris speaking for her. What's the difference between what Chris did and what Michelle said her mom does for her dad? Ooh. Ooh. Well, who can answer that? Who can answer that? What's up, K Pratt? K Pratt said it's not that Joe ghosted her, it's that he did not answer. Honestly, when she asked him if they met before, and he admitted that he thought she wouldn't remember. Oh, is it that, or was he instructed not to say? And like not say it at that moment and say it later? Because I honestly do not believe that it did not come up in casting that Michelle hopped in his DMs. I think if anything, that's why he got on the show, because of their history. Oh, actually, they're saying this about Clayton. They wanted to go back to White, and he fit the bill. That's literally the only reason, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so too. But he's so boring. From what we've seen on the show, Clayton, you're probably really interested in real life, but I'm like, you're the lead of a whole TV show. You gotta give us something else besides them football arms. Betty Ba said, I feel like Joe and Michelle really like each other and feel comfort around each other, but it will get to a threshold and won't be enough at some point. I agree with you. I agree with you. Hey, Tony. Tony said, hey, Star Fam, I finally watched a full episode of this show. Odd mixes in the crowd. I can't see her with any of them, even just dating. I can honestly only really see her with Joe. I really can. Hey, Onika. Onika said on Becca's podcast, her co-host said that Clayton may have pulled a Colton and said he would do anything for the sake of TV. You shouldn't. Let me shut up. But moving desperate in this industry will have you doing some things, bro. I hope you ready. Hey, Yolande said sometimes Brandon is a kid constantly saying, I need an adult. He is. He's a cute little brother. He is a cute little brother. Him and Michelle give me brother and sister vibes. They really do. Melissa said, to be fair, Michelle is representing us better than Matt, Tasia, and Rachel. So I'll take her by Rachel loving. So I don't think anybody's topping Rachel for me, if we're going to be real. Rachel was the best Bachelorette in my opinion. Even though I will say this for all the Bachelorettes, I feel like they were all pursuing the men. The men were not pursuing them enough for me. You know what? I got to take that back. Brian was the only one like actively pursuing Rachel, but we only saw but so much. But when we did see him, he was going after her. Miss Brown Sugar said, are you calling tabletop Rick John Hamm? Yes, I am. Thank you for giving me his name. I forgot his name. Are you talking about he's a fine show boy and a fine show? He's fine show. He's a fine show boy and a fine show wow. Seven Lily said, I'm not mad at Michelle's preferences with Tasia. You knew the winner was going to be white. Ow! Hey! She's biracial. Hey! Come on, Sean! In a biracial world. Usher is shaking. Usher is shaking. Usher is shaking. That man, a good 52. In the middle of the summer in the city, in a full Bill Cosby sweater, is black cargo pants, bootleg. She's a biracial girl. Biracial women, you have been having a week, haven't you? My God. Oh, wait, is she biracial or is she white with toner? Anyway, just like a casket, a man will do what? Let you down every time. What's up, Pepe? Pepe said, OMG, my first crush in school was a biracial boy named Philip. White from like the 5th grade to high school. Philip White from the 5th grade to high school. And he was the most popular fast forward to our 30s and no things. Not many men, you know. That after 25, child, you better marry for love. Pepe said Michelle's was a full white and he was bland to the fullest. He will look better with a bland Hannah Brown. Oh my goodness. I just don't think she's attracted to, and that's okay. Like we have our preferences. But I just the biracial boys light her fire. Abigail said, "Let me tell you, whenever I go to Brazil and I see all these black people, but they are never the representative crazy." Listen, I was like, Brazil got black people? The land of Giselle Bundchen, Brady. But where are the black people? 90%. Brazil has the most concentration of black people, second to freaking Africa. What? What? Who knew? Who knew? Sophie. Oh, wait, is my QVC order here? Because I ordered some pots. They should be here. Let me focus. Let me stay focused. Hey, Sophie. Sophie said, considering where she is from, I can see why most of her exes are white. Yeah, I guess, Yeah, I guess. Brenda said, Rodney has a great personality and he's mildly attractive, even without a neck. Brenda, I feel like if he was taller, Michelle would like him. I think that Rodney is attractive. I'm telling you, I think his picture on the website sold him short. He is an attractive guy. You're not gonna do that to my Rodney. I know y'all know I love me some Rodney. What's up, Melissa? Melissa said, I said this before, Joe will break Michelle's heart. She'll choose Nate and they won't last. But if I were her, I'd go right back for Rodney. Rodney is a cool guy. A cool guy. He's a cool guy. I think he will treat her right. And listen, ladies, I'm not, judging because we all do it. The one that treats us right is not quite what we wanted, right? So we're like, we'll friend zone him. And then we'll go after all the mother fools. And then we look around and who's still there? He's like, told you I was husband material, and you still don't want him till another heifer realize how amazing he is. And now all of a sudden you jealous. Now all of a sudden you stalking his Facebook page. No, let him be happy. Let him be happy. Ashley said, am I the only one that thinks that Chris looks like, oh, he does. He looks like Superman. They have the same face. The same face. It's true though. I know it pains you, but it's true. He looks just like Henry Cavill, The Witcher. He's still working on that damn bookcase. Donna said he knows he can get away with it because he's surrounded by white producers. I also think that Chris knows that he could come after Nate because Nate is 6'8". We got to be honest. We got to be honest here. Nate is 6'8". Nate cannot fire back at Chris S. like Chris S. fires back at Nate because it will not look right. It'll look like he's bullying and picking on the little guy. Even when he was like, man, what are you doing? Why would you even say that about me to Michelle? And what did Chris S. do? Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to put your hands on me? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to put my hands on. It's unfair. It's an unfair matchup. So Nate has to take the attacks of little Hercules because if he fires back, people would be like, man, come on. Why would you do that to little Hercules, right? It's just, it's that, but it's also the hype. It's also the hype factor. And Chris S., little Hercules, knows that. He's a biracial. Drewski said, purr, bestie, because none of those high maintenance girls are asking these random men to maintain them. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're a high maintenance woman, you already got a high maintenance man trying to make you his rib. Get out of here. You're not looking at them brokies for anything. If anything, the brokies are pursuing them like crazy. And then when they finally decide to entertain you, what you say? Oh, you're too high maintenance. No, you can't afford me. And you feel bad about that. And you shouldn't. I don't feel bad that you can't afford me. I'm just going to go to somebody who can. but you can't afford me and you're mad about that. So what you want to do is make me feel little and small so that I will no longer accept the things that I want for myself and lower myself so that you can feel like you can lord over me financially, just in life, whatever it is. So now I have to start saying, you know what? It's okay. We don't have to have salmon at Ruth Chris. We can have salmon from the Dollar Tree. It tastes the same. I just want to be loved by you. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. What's up, Claire? Claire said, shout out to the women in Miami. Y'all be going through it with men like Martin. Ciao. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bella Floor, what's up? Says, oh shoot, I'm supposed to be married at first sight. This is the thing. I be having too much fun with y'all. Bella Floor said, I have done that. I dipped. He tried to split a $9. Oh. See, this is when you call your cousins to jump him. He was playing in your face. Let me get 2 more comments and then let me get out of here. Ciao. They're going to be cussing me out and married at first sight. I should have did 2:30. I should have did 2:30. I should have did. Thank you, Caribbeanification. Why do you do this to me with this name? Caribbean Infication. Caribbean Vacation. Caribbean Infication. Thank you so much for the super chat. What in the R. Kelly is going on? Ciao. Hey, AC. AC said, finally catching a live. How long you been on? Girl, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. No longer. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm no longer putting my lives next to each other. Because we go over. It is what it is. JK Knight 1316 said, but Michelle admitted they only had 2 messages back and forth. So yeah, I would expect anyone to remember that either. I think at the end of the day, Michelle's been plotting on Joe. Yeah. So that interaction meant more to Michelle than Joe. Yeah, I think so too. He was Mr. Basketball. She been wanting him since high school. Michelle is not being honest. She has liked Joe for probably, over a decade. And Joe don't know. He was Mr. Basketball, Minneapolis. Oh my God. You've been plotting on him since you was 14, girl. Let's tell the truth. Oh, y'all didn't know this was a song? Y'all thought I made that up? Hell no. Oh God, I'm creative. I'm not crazy. Let me get Shonda. Shonda said, I didn't realize that. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Well, now you know. Thank you so much, Shonda, for the super chat. Alicia said the Australia Bachelorette is on and 2 contestants fell in love on the show. I don't know the details, but it was a bi, straight, gay contestant. Is this the current season? Or is this an old season? Because I did hear about that. I just saw something. You had to be there for you, Ratchet. I love you, JL. Oh, God. Nas B was upset. I think Michelle said her mom spoke up for her dad sometimes to the point that he didn't have to, but not necessarily that her mom spoke instead of her dad. Also, the context seemed to be racial issues. Oh, yes. You are right. You are right, Nas B. Thank you. Thank you. You are absolutely right. Peyton says, I was the only Black girl growing up and I would date the only Black boys and they all seem to be midnight, like purple black. I was the only Black girl growing up and I would date the only Black boys and they all seem to be midnight. Were they or did they appear? Like, what? Peyton, rewrite that. No, he's from Gil from Married. Oh, Married at First Sight people. Here I come. Gil is what? Gil is Peruvian? I think he's Peruvian. I could be wrong. Priscilla O said, I think the producers did another Peter Bryan edit. There's a reason Chris picked Nate to fixate on. He knows that he's Michelle's front runner. That could be very true. That could be very true. Okay, let me get this comment, my super chat, and then I got to get out of here. What's up, Cassandra? Cassandra said also Martin had blonde hair and designed eyebrows, talking about high maintenance women. Expose him. Expose him. I saw something. Wait, I saw something else. What was that? I can't find it now. But let me get this. JL said, you're a force to reckon with. Aw, thank you. I learned, laugh, cheer, and feel things in your life. By the way, I can see M level up. I'm not helping them no more. I'm not helping them no more. I tried. I'm not doing it no more, but I can see it too. I can see it too. I can see M level up with an A-lister. She has a mild potential. Oh, yes. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Thank you so much, JL, for my $1.7 million. Thank you for always supporting me. Love you, sis. All right, let me get out of here. We're going to end this. Tracy said, Married at First Sight Live, Married at First Sight Live. Gil is Colombian. Gil is Colombian. Yes, Married at First Sight people, I'm hopping over there now. Thank you all for joining me. It's been fun. As you can tell, I've missed you. I've stayed here longer than I intended. I will see you all in Married at First Sight now. Bye. See you soon. He's a biracial boy and a biracial